Hey everyone, today's video is just going to be me talking about moving country on my own. So I'm like a panda today, sorry, but like I'm using my ring light and it's just the lighting is not doing me any favours. Like I took pictures of this makeup in front of the window and it looked nice, but like in front of my ring light it literally looks like I'm a panda, so not a good look. But I moved to Newcastle nearly 2 years ago. Irish people tend to like move everywhere anyway, like we're just, I don't know, we just always move places. Like half of Ireland I'd say is in Australia and Canada, so I feel like that's just in Irish people's blood is to immigrate. But I moved to England, which isn't that far away. I wasn't planning on ever moving to England. If I was planning on moving somewhere, it would probably have been like Canada or somewhere, but here I am. I've moved away from home twice, like to places that I knew no one. So I've done it twice now. Once was in Ireland. I moved to the middle of Ireland and I was from the north of Ireland, so I didn't know anyone there. And then I moved to Newcastle, which is somewhere I didn't know anyone either. Tease about like some tips and stuff like that. I was working for Inglot in Ireland, and then I decided I want to transfer over to Newcastle because I seen they were opening a store there. So I transferred over, so I had a job when I came over, and I worked for there for a while. But yeah, when I came over I only had about like, I think I gave myself a month. Like I told my manager a month, so I had like a month of like preparing to leave Ireland. When I moved over here, I only bought a suitcase, like a big suitcase for the airport, and that's literally all I moved over with. So I didn't have that much at the beginning. I just took like my makeup I needed, my clothes I needed, and I was like, oh, I'll just get the rest over there. I just had like a really small room in a shared house. I lived there for like a year and a half, and now I live in a flat with my sister because she moved over here like a year after I did. Change. It was probably more of a change than I even thought it was going to be, because I thought like England and Ireland are basically going to be the same, but they're really not. Like the nightlife's different, the people are different, just a lot is different. I did like, I don't know what you'd need now, obviously because of coronavirus and stuff like that, and Brexit. I'm not like too sure about like what you need, but I needed to get a national insurance number, UK bank account, which was actually really hard to get because they wanted proof of address, but I didn't have proof of address because my landlord, like I was renting a room and they wouldn't take the contract that I had because it was just my landlord's contract, if that makes sense, instead of like a letting agent. So they wouldn't take that, so it took me ages to get a bank account set up. I just wanted to change. I think once you do something like that, you feel like you can kind of do anything, if that makes sense, because you're just like, it's probably the most freeing thing ever, because you're basically just like starting your life in a new place all by yourself and like starting from like scratch. So you just have to make friends, like just build a life for yourself. At the beginning, not gonna lie, like I literally was a loner and enjoyed it, I'm not gonna lie. First moved here, like on my days off I was always like, what the hell am I gonna do with my time, because there's only so much like shopping or whatever you can do, but I always made sure I was busy on my days off so I wasn't like sitting about. Because you're an adult as well moving, it's not like you're moving for uni or anything like that. It's not like you're moving to a group of friends, if that makes sense. So I kind of made, luckily enough, where I work was like people the same age as me, so I made friends in work. In terms of like money, did I have much money saved up or anything like that? I didn't. I just, because I was transferring from a job to a job, like I only gave myself like 2 days in between the end of the job in Ireland to the start of the job here, so it was literally like I was paid, so just use my like wage. If you didn't have a job to come over to, I think you would probably need to save a bit so you're not like stuck, because it might be harder to get a job than you think, or easier to get a job, but you just need that like extra cash there just in case. Sorry, I just got a message and I was trying to read it. I'm so easily distracted. Or just if you're like a bit confused about like your life or what you want to do with your life or anything like that, I think just like moving somewhere where you don't know anyone, just getting a job and just working for a while and figuring out what you want to do is definitely a great idea. Moving to Newcastle isn't the same as like moving to Australia, but at the same time it is kind of the same principles as like starting from scratch. But I don't think it is for everyone either. Like if you don't really enjoy your own company, you might find it hard, but at the same sense, if you don't enjoy your own company, that's a bit like a reason to go on your own and actually start enjoying your own company. Yeah, don't get me wrong, like there was sometimes when I first moved over here, I was kind of like thinking, shit, like what have I done? And like holding the phone like 7 miles away from me, like try not to cry when I'm on the phone to someone, be like, just want to go home. But yeah, there was times like that as well, not gonna lie, but I was always like, I have to give it at least like 6 months to a year, because I don't think you know a place until you've been there 6 months or a year, because obviously in the beginning, everything at the beginning is hard, but I think you just gotta persevere and get through it. But definitely recommend it. I feel like my confidence and everything has grown because like, you figure yourself out a little bit more, and I think especially when you're in your 20s, it's definitely a good idea to do it. I hope this video helps someone. It's just like me rambling on for ages, but basically the whole point of the video was, if you want to move away on your own, you can do it. But yeah, if anyone wants any advice or tips or anything like that, you can just message me. I hope this has helped one person or no one. I don't know if it'll help anyone, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will have more videos soon. Bye!